to my computer and I'm going to let you be the host.
Okay.
And you should be able to share your screen now.
Okay. All right, let me go back and open it up. There we go. All right. Oh, crap. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to mute myself. So if you need me, you may want to just text me.
Okay.
I've got a meeting to go to. So.
All right. No problem. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. This is going to be a follow-up from Tuesday's kind of class of your database. So today we're going to be grading your database. And just to let you know, I did not come up with this information. I am learning this from, I'm getting this from the Referrals podcast. This is from episodes 5 and 6. And it's Michael J. Mayer, who is the author of the 7 Levels of Communication book. So, you know, you can ask questions, but I might not know the answer, but I will try to answer any questions that you do have. But just know that I did not make this stuff up. I am just trying to take his advice, and you know, he's pretty successful, so I'm trying to do what he does. So anyway, so one of the things, why do we need to grade our database? One of the things we need to do is figure out who we are going to be in communication with. So, you know, you might know tons of people, and we need to know who we want to communicate with our business. So that's why we need to grade our database. Different people have different values, are going to bring different values to your business. So the person that refers you 9 pieces of business is going to be more valuable than someone that hasn't referred you at all.
Katie, stop.
These are going to be, you know, these are not going to be people that are valuable to your personal life, but these are going to be people that are valuable to your business. So make sure you're able to separate those two, personal and business. Don't let these emotions get in your way. So he uses this example in his podcast about his mom. His mom is very valuable to him personally, but she has not sent him any business whatsoever. So as far as business goes, mom is not very valuable to him, but as far as personal life goes, she is. And then, you know, let's just say Sally Sue has referred him 5 people, which turned into 10 transactions because they each sold and bought. So Sally Sue, of course, is more valuable to the business than the mom is. So that's kind of how we, you know, need to go the mindset of who do we want in our database and how to use these people in our database. So who am I going to communicate more with during my business hours? My mom or Sally Sue, which is going to be Sally Sue. Because we have limited time, energy, effort, and money, we have limited, so that means we have limited resources. So we need to know where to put your resources. And again, our resources are time, energy, effort, and money. So as you're working each and every day, those are your resources that you have that you're working with. And those are very important, and that pretty much makes your business. So that is the importance of grading your database. So I'm gonna go over today 3 ways to grade your database. We're gonna use the A+, A, B, C, D method. We're gonna do an energy exercise, and then we're gonna go over the movie theater exercise. So these are 3 ways he does it, or he has taught people to do it. And I just wanted to share with you what I've learned through listening to him. The first one we're going to go over is the ABC, A+, ABC, and D. So I'm going to start with D and work our way to the A pluses. The D people are your delete or drip people. These are, he calls them the jerks. These people are the people that zap your energy. They don't give you even the time of day, pretty much. You know, you hear some people say, well, he says, delete them out. But you'll hear other coaches or other big name real estate agents say, you never delete, never delete, never delete. Well, if you don't want to delete these people out, he encourages you just to put them in a drip campaign. Do not spend your resources, which is your time, effort, energy, and money on these people, because the return on investment is not going to be worth it. So the only thing you're going to do is, if you have like this massive email that you send out once a month, you know, or if you have a CRM and you have a campaign, a drip campaign, they're only going to receive emails from you. That is it. You're not going to spend hardly any resources on them except an email that just automatically sends out. So those are your delete, or just delete them out of your system. But if you can't hit that delete button, then just put them on the drip campaign. The next category we have are friends and family. These are the people who you want to stay in communication with from a business standpoint, but you don't expect them to give you referrals. These are very, very casual relationships, like the example of his mom. Hopefully they will give you a referral, and that would be great. But they're, you know, don't count on it, he says. But the good news about this group is that they will probably use your services. So he calls this the casual customers. So, you know, you might not have very many C's in there, or it could be just your family in the C category. But he didn't spend a lot of time on this, on the C category. But it's just, like I said, it's the very casual, you know, you still have a pretty good relationship with them, but they're just very casual, but they will use you. And hopefully they will give you a referral. So the D and C group, you know, we don't want to spend too much time with them. Let's see here now. The B, A, and A+. This is kind of the meat and potatoes of this, this way of grading your database. So the Bs, these are your potential champions. And you don't want these people in the B category for very long. This is just somebody, we just don't know where they stand with you, and as far as like referring you out, or we just don't know where they stand with you. So they are either going to be a customer, or you know, and they're either going to get moved to the C group, or they're going to turn into a champion, which are going to move them up to that A group. So if you just don't know where people stand, then you put them in that B group, potential champions. It's somebody that, well, the champion, the A, is somebody that speaks highly of you and refers you at least one piece of business a year. So, if you think they're going to refer you to one at least, once a year, then you can move them up. If you don't think they're going to refer you, then you move them to the C group. So they don't stay in that. They might start in that, everybody in your database right now might be a B. So you've got to move them either up or down. So they just don't stay in that group very long. And guys, remember, you can interrupt me anytime if you have comments, if you have questions. Please, I always like these classes to be interactive and not me just talking. But anyway, moving on to the A group, your champions and advocates. They're like your cheerleaders. They speak highly of you, and they're gonna refer at least one piece of business to you a year. So these are a little bit better quality people. You want to spend a little bit more time and a little bit more resources on them, which is your time, energy, efforts, and money. So they're going to use you and they're going to refer you. Let's see here. The A pluses. These are your ambassadors. These are the cream of the crop. This is the top of your database. These people not only speak highly of you, they also are very influential, enough to refer you often. They refer you more than one a year, a piece of business, more than one piece of business a year. And they are very, very successful people. They are very successful. They have their act together. They are, business savvy. They have good relationships with you. Like, this is the people that you want to spend your time, your resources, your time, your energy, your efforts, and your money on. So that is the A plus through D grading system. So why do you want to grade them like this? Like I've been talking about your resources, you don't want to lose your relationships with your ambassadors and A pluses. So you have to continue to talk to them, and you have to know who to talk to. Remember, at the very beginning, we have a database and we grade our database so we know who we want to communicate through the year. So if you have everybody just in a spreadsheet and they're not categorized in this way, then you're not going to know who your top people are. You're not going to know who you need to spend your resources on. So, now you know who your A pluses and A's are, and that's who you're going to focus on, because they're going to give you most of your business. Now, I'm not saying you won't get business from the B, C, or D people, but the likelihood, you don't want to just spend a lot of time on them. You want to spend your time and everything on your A's and A pluses. Let's see here. So basically that is the grading system of the A pluses, A, B, C's, and D's. Tuesday I talked about that bullseye, kind of, sort of, you picture a bullseye. Your ambassadors are in the middle right there, your A pluses. And then the next group are your A's, your B's, your C's, and then your D's. The outer circle are your D's. So what you're trying to do, you would like, to bring those outer people to the inner circle. So, you want to work on that, but don't spend a lot of time on that. Spend the time on these A's and A pluses. So what grade do you think most of your people are? So if you're sitting here, and I hope that you have your database out. I meant to tell you to either have your phone with you, your laptop with you, or if you keep your database in a notebook, if you keep your database in your phone, if you keep it on a spreadsheet, pull it out, start grading your people. Just looking at it, where do you think most people stand?
So Laura, I have a question. For like someone like me starting out,
Yep.
everyone is pretty much at this point with only 5 transactions, like friend, like potential champion. How do you start? Because everyone's just a casual friend until, I've had a couple of clients this year that have kind of come out of nowhere that I didn't know before. But then how does he recommend moving them from the B or the C's to AA pluses? Or is it just a matter of working your resources and see who bubbles to the top in your second, third year?
Yeah. Well, that's what he does recommend. We're going to go over some exercises here in a second that might answer your question. But, most people right now with their database, if they haven't graded it, are going to be B's. Put them in the B category. Because like you, just starting out, you just don't know where people stand. You don't know if they're going to refer you. You don't know just, what they're going to do. So, they might be in that B category for 6 months. They might be in that B category for a year, just because you haven't known them for a year yet, maybe. We just don't know where they stand. So if you're going through your database, probably most of your people, unless you know your ambassadors, these people are your number ones, they're probably going to be a B. But before you go through your database and delete everyone because they haven't referred anyone to you, you only want to delete or drip like the pure jerks. I'm talking about people that just zap your energy. So don't go through your phone in your database or wherever you keep your database. Don't go through that and just start deleting people out. Put them in the B category or the C category, and just like I said, I'll go over like how to move them up or down, but that's just going to kind of take time through the year, engaging people and seeing where they stand. So he does suggest how to move your B's up or down. So you're going to ask for reviews and testimonials. If you can email people and if they're past clients, and ask them to give a testimony or a review. If they respond and they give you a review, then you can move them up to your champions and advocates. Because if they're going to speak highly of you, and give you a review, then they're probably going to refer you out. They're at least going to give you, one piece of business. So you can move them to the A category. If it's been 6 months and they haven't reviewed you yet, and you've asked, every 3 months or every other month or whatever, every 6 weeks, and asked for this review and they still haven't reviewed you, then I doubt they're going to refer you out. So you would probably move them to the C category. Does that make sense? So, you could send out an email and to everyone in your database to review you. Even if they haven't used your services, just, you could ask them, if you or a friend have a real estate need, who would you use? And if they say you, then that's great. If they say somebody else, say why would you use them, and learn from that. So he goes over that a little bit in his podcast about how to move your people up and down and stuff. But he just says anyone that reviews you is at A or gets moved to the A category. And it's okay if they haven't used your services, if they review you, then they will give you a refer you.
Hey, Laura.
Yes.
Hey, I came in on Rick Rutom, so I was a little late. So I'm not sure who he is. You keep saying he says, and I'm not sure who it is. So.
Michael J. Mayer from 7 Levels of Communication. Does that answer you?
Yes, ma'am. Thank
You know
you.
who I'm talking about now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so where I'm getting this information from is his podcast, Referrals Podcast. It's episode 5 and 6. You can go on YouTube and find his channel. It's I think it's called Referrals Podcast. And all of his podcasts are on YouTube. And also you can download the podcast app and find him as well. So this is where I'm getting this information. So if you want to, explore it a little bit more, I suggest you go and listen to those podcasts. They're really, really good. Another way, so the first way to decide to move those people up or down is through, asking them for a review or a testimony. Another way, Kimberly, is with events. Invite them to an event or an appreciation party. So when people come to an event, then they are going to be, so when you have an event, you're inviting, kind of like when you get invited to an event, then it's kind of like you feel special. You feel like, I feel like I'm part of this person's inner circle because they thought of me to come to their event. Well, so when you invite people, see who comes to these events. Understand, we're in a virtual world, and this can be even a Zoom event, a virtual event, or an in-person. I know we're limited on how many people we have at our event. But if you host 2 or 3 events a year, and they can be small, and these people come to these events, then you can move them to that A category. If you've invited them to 2 or 3 events and you haven't heard from them, then they go to C or D. So events is another way that you can, because people are going to feel like, hey, I'm part of their inner circle. People want to feel wanted. They want to feel they want to feel needed. So that is events. Any questions about that? So the 2 ways to move your people are up or down, are through referrals or events. He has, I don't know where this is, but you can look up Ultimate Memory Jogger. I know they've got these things that help you with kind of jogging your memory of who, if you're just now working on your database. So, you might be sitting here going, well, I don't even have a database yet. Well, just go through your, sorry about that. Just go through who you know, maybe from each state, from church, from businesses, from school. So just go through your database, like who you know. So that is how you even start creating your database. All right. So some of you also are brand new agents and say, well, I don't even know anyone. Well, that isn't true. So another way you can grade your database is through your phone. So what you're going to do, so this is a little activity. You're going to take your phone and you're going to go to your contacts. I have an iPhone. I don't know how Android phones do, but if you take, I'm going to switch off here for a second. No. Let me see. Okay, So I know y'all can see me. I know y'all could see me before, but so at the bottom of your phone, there's a little hashtag. I'm sorry, if you go to contacts, this is iPhone, if you go to your contacts and on the right side of your contacts, you'll see A through Z. And at the very bottom is a hashtag. If you go down there to that hashtag, there's a number and it will tell you how many contacts you have. So you're gonna take your phone and just grade your database through your phone. You're gonna take your A's. So if you have 500, I have 543 contacts in my phone. And you can either take one page at a time or just go through your A's, through your B's, and just, sit there and see if there are A, B, C, A plus, A, B, C, or D. You're just gonna write it down and grade them really quickly. It doesn't take long. You don't need to spend a lot of time on this. It's just your first, first response kind of, sort of. So, let's see, go back to my PowerPoint. Any questions about that? Sorry, guys. Why won't it let me open it? There it goes. All right, moving on. So now we're gonna, this is kind of, this is called the energy exercise. So we're gonna kind of keep going with our phone here. And what he suggests is you want to try to get to your ABCD goal. That's the goal for your database. So if you're not there yet and you are just now creating your database and who to put in your database, so this is an exercise that you can do. You're going to, let's see, take your phone and you're going to write everyone you know down, or take your phone and write down your people. So if you take your phone and look at your A's real quick. So this is going to be a group thing. And it displays 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10 people at one time. You can just write down on a sheet of paper their initials. You don't have to write out their whole names or anything. And you're just going to go screen by screen. There is a way I think you can print out your contacts, but I do not know how to do that. But you do want to take a notebook, and just sit there and grade these people. So the energy exercise, either they're going to be positive energy, they're going to be neutral, or they're going to be energy zappers. So if you take the first 10 people in your contacts, you are going to put a plus. If you look at their name and you get positive energy from them, you're going to put a plus sign. If you don't know this person, or you don't remember how you know this person, then you get, you have no feelings one way or the other, then you can put a 0 or an O beside their name. That means neutral. And then if you look at that person and they just, you're friends with them, but they zap every ounce of energy that you have, you're going to put a negative sign beside their name. So it takes 2 seconds to do that. So if you have your phone, take it out and grade your database real quick. And let me know when you're done. Anybody finished? Hello? All right, anybody want to share how many positives, how many neutrals, and how many negatives they had? Come on, guys, participate.
I pulled 5 initially, and I had 1 negative. I had 2 positives and 3 neutrals.
Okay, nice. Thank you. All right, good job. And did that really take you a long time to do that?
No.
No, it doesn't take long. So you're just going to do that, you know, page by page, or you could just take your A's, take your B's, C's, blah, 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 you know. So it's a quick way of grading your database. Now, after you put your pluses, your zeros, and your negatives down, then you're going to, you're probably going to have more neutrals than anything in your phone, and that's okay. So what you're going to do is with the neutrals, you're going to kind of put a little small, like a, what is it, an exponent, you know how they have the little pluses and minuses there. So you're just going to, at the top of your zero there, you're going to kind of take time to think about that person, you know, how you know that person, and or just look at their name and see what kind of vibe you get from just saying their name. If it's a positive vibe, then you're going to put a little plus sign above the zero. If it's a negative vibe, then you're going to put a little negative above the zero. If you still don't have a clue, then just keep it a 0. A subscript, that's what they're called. So now you're going to look at your positives. So the people that you put a plus sign beside, see if any of them give you super energy. If they do, if they get you fired up, if they are like, yes, this person is like, they are super positive people. I like being around them. I feel good when I'm around them. They make other people feel good when they're around other people. Those you're going to turn your plus sign, you're just going to kind of make an X through your plus sign to make it an asterisk. These are the people that are very successful, that have their life together, super positive, classy. These are the people you're going to spend your energy on. So these are going to be your A+ people, the people that you turned into an asterisk. Now, not all your positive people are going to be asterisks, so that's okay. These are the very high people that you get very high energy off of. These are the people that you are going to spend your resources on, your time, your energy, your effort, and your money. These are the people that you're going to invite to parties and events that you have. And just imagine all these really, really successful, high energy, positive people in one room. That's going to be a great party. So those are your ambassadors right there. Group. And then the ones that just have a plus, those are going to be your champions or your advocates. All right, for the minus sign people, I didn't know how to do the divide sign. So you're going to take your minus, and if these are the people that just zap your energy and like every ounce, and you just is just bad, you're going to put a divide, you're going to put a dot above the line and a dot below the line and turn it into divisions sign. So those are going to be your Ds. Either you're going to delete them out of your database or you're going to put them on a drip campaign. You are not going to spend your time on these energy zappers. They're going to cause division in your life, in your business. And sadly, this could be even family members. You do not want to build your business off of these people. The asterisk people and the pluses, they're going to multiply your business and grow your business. So that is the energy exercise. It's pretty simple. It's pretty quick, and it will quickly grade your database and get them to that A, B, C, D, or A plus, A, B, C, D. All right. Any questions on that exercise?
I don't have a question, but I have a suggestion,
Okay.
a comment.
Mm-hmm.
If you have already graded your contact,
Okay.
and let's say in the first 4 months of this year, 20 more new contacts go into your phone.
Mm-hmm.
What you can do is put an N. How do you know if they're going to be mixed up with all the people you already graded? You just put, let's say, an N for new before the name of each contact, and then you know where to find them in a group rather than mixing them with everybody else. Or you can put an A before their name, and then they will be at the top of your list.
There you go.
And then you can find them very quickly.
There you go. Thank you. All right. Next is the movie theater exercise. So put on your imagination hats. Imagine you are renting out a movie theater. And that movie theater has different rooms that hold different amounts of people. And right now, you can only afford the smallest room, which will only hold 25 people. So that's the level that you're at. That's the only place you could, that's just where you are. And that's the one you have to rent. So who are going to be your top 25 through your database that you would invite to this movie theater experience? So you just go through your contacts. You can go, if you have a spreadsheet, who are your top 25? Who are the people that you want to invite to this event? So once you write those top 25 out, the movie theater calls you, and they're letting you know the bigger room has become available, and you can have it at no extra charge. So you're getting the 25 room movie theater. The 50 room. So this next size up holds 50 people. So you're getting the 50 people room for the price of 25. Of course, you're going to say, yes, sign me up, upgrade me. Thank you. And so now you have your top 25. Now you're going to write out the next 25 people that you want to invite to this movie theater event that you're having. So now you have your top 50 people. Well, theater calls, and you're about 2 weeks away from your event, and they say this big name company has called them and they want that 50 people room. So the movie theater is giving you an option. You can either go back down to that 25 people room, or you can be moved up to the 100 people room at no extra charge. So of course, you want to go bigger. So you're going to accept that 100 people theater room. So now you're going to pick out the next 50 people that you would invite to this event. And then you will have your top 100 people. If you're not there yet, if you don't have that many people in your database, it's okay. just, you could do your top 5 and then the next 5 and then the next 10. And that's okay too. But you understand the gist of this. So, if you only had room for 25, who would that top 25 be? And then it grew and it grew and it grew. So that is the movie theater exercise. It's pretty simple, but it's just another way you can grade your database. Any questions about that? I like that. I thought that was pretty cool. The energy exercise and the movie theater exercise are just exercises for you to get to that A+, A, B, C, D grading system. That is where he wants you to land. If you're not there yet, then do these exercises to get you there. So your top 25 might be your, your A pluses, and then the next 25 are going to be your A's. So you can just kind of go from there. Any comments or questions about the 3 ways to grade your system, your database, I'm sorry. He suggests that you grade your database 1 time a year, and the best time is usually around the first week of December. That way you can reflect on the past year of, who was all involved. And if you're not doing events yet, then maybe that might be a goal that you do this year. So, look back at your year, who engaged with you the most, who didn't engage with you, and grade your database, move them up or down where they need to be. And like he said, he does it the first week of December. You're after Thanksgiving, but you're not quite in the Christmas hustle and bustle. So that first, you can kind of map out or time block your calendar that first week that of December that you're going to grade your database. And then you're setting yourself up for the next year of who you're going to invite, who you're going to spend your resources on, which is your time, energy, effort, and money. So that's all I've got. I hope this was helpful for you guys and kind of helps you grade or maneuver through your database. I know some of the CRMs already have A+, A, B, C, and D in there. But if you are not using a CRM yet or don't want to, then you can, on your tabs of your spreadsheet, have A pluses, A's, B's, C's, and D's. And then you can, copy and paste or move over however you need to throughout the year or at the end of your year. So just make sure you make good notes and keep detailed record of who came to your events, who gave you reviews and things like that. So make sure you're communicating with your database. And now you know who to communicate with. So hope that helped you guys. Any questions or comments on this material? Like I said, go listen to those podcasts. They are very helpful. But I tried to do it justice today for you guys.
Thank you.
That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome, Rick Roo.
Thank you.
Good class, Laura. Thank you.
You're welcome. Y'all have a great day.
You too.
Bye. I'll talk to you later today.
All righty.
When I put my side.
Thank you, Laura. That was good.
Thank you.